want to apologize for my handwriting. This is pre-coffee handwriting. That's what that looks like. But I wanted to go through the formula for, what does this stand for? A self-managed business. So this formula here is everything that it takes to create a self-managed business. So if you own a business, these are the components and these are the steps. And I want to just walk through these really, really quickly with you. Step number one, we start with Mr. Entrepreneur, who is probably doing a lot of the wrong things when it comes to moving in this direction. So a self-managed business, by definition, is having a business that can run as an extension of you, the entrepreneur. It can run as an extension. So that means if you're outside of the business, if you're in Fiji for a week or a month, or whether or not you're in the office, it's an extension of you and things are running smoothly, right? So we start here. And so that requires things like developing, a vision for you. Where do you want to go first and foremost, and where do you want to take your business? Because if you don't know, pretty good chance your team isn't going to know. So we start with you, Mr. Entrepreneur. We figure out what's the big picture look like, and where do you want to go? Based on that, we want to reverse engineer what are the things that you need to be doing based on that vision, right? Because a vision requires a goal, which requires execution to get to that goal, to achieve that goal. So we start there. And we form what is known as your to-do list every single day, week, and month. And more importantly than this is your not to-do list. So we want you to start behaving and acting more strategically, less tactical. So we start here and we work that out. Next, so if you want to develop a extension of yourself, that requires some people who are going to be essentially taking over a lot of that ownership that currently sits on your shoulders, right? So building out your leadership team as an extension. Might start with one person, you might not even have that person. And so at first you might have to outsource, delegate to your assistant, and just get more off your plate so you can spend more of that time strategically moving the needle, so that you can grow the business, so that you can start to be at a level of revenue, profits, so that you can start to build out your team of people who in the future are going to operate as an extension of you. They're going to be your proxy owners within the business, right? Okay, so once we have the leadership team, we want to stabilize, optimize, ratchet up your system. So your lead gen, your conversion, your fulfillment, your processes within your business. We want to ratchet that up and make it consistent. We want to make it operate more or less like a franchise. So we've got you, Mr. Entrepreneur. We've worked out your kinks. We're starting to work towards building out your leadership team. We're starting to build out your systems and processes. Then we want to really dial in on the people. So think of a Viking ship. You want to have the right people in the right seats. So that's people who care. That's things like core values, attracting the right people, repelling the wrong people. And there's a saying that goes, culture eats strategy for breakfast. We want to start developing and honing in on a strong culture. Because all things considered, if you're offering the same product or service as the next guy, if you've got a strong winning culture, your customers are just going to be treated better because you're going to have people that care. They're going to give a shit. And that's going to translate to happier customers, right? Because your team in your company are essentially your internal customers. So you want to build out a strong culture, which is your immune system, so that things can function in your absence in a healthy way. Next, we start to ratchet up our sales and marketing. Turn on that machine now that you have people that can facilitate higher transactions, higher flow of revenue in your company, and then continue to ratchet this up and optimize your efficiencies in your business so you guys can continually level up, increase your averages of the people, the quality of people, your standards in your operation, and focus on these things. This is your operational stuff, and then your sales and marketing. And this is going to start to kind of snowball, obviously, when you have this in place, because you can facilitate that increased demand. And voila, on the end of this equation, you have yourself a self-managed business.